Hey, lovelies! If you're a romance author who wants a website that actually makes sense, you're in the right place. Today, I want to talk about pages. Specifically, which ones you actually need for your first website, which ones can wait, and why having fewer of them is almost always the better starting point. Because here's what I see happen often. An author sits down to build her website, and somewhere between the home page and the contact page, and the blog and the events page and the press kit, she runs out of steam before she even gets started. And it's not because she's lazy or bad at this. It's because nobody ever told her she didn't need all of it. Not yet. So that's what this video is for. By the end of it, you're going to know exactly which pages to start with on your site right now, and which ones are perfectly fine to save for later. Let's get into it. Here's where that pressure comes from. Most of the website advice out there, the blog posts, the YouTube videos, the must-have pages checklists, was written for a different kind of business. Coaches, consultants, service providers, people selling something specific to someone with a specific problem. Those businesses often do need a lot of pages because they need a lot of different entry points. A sales page, a services page, a testimonials page, a facts page, a contact page, a portfolio. And because that advice is everywhere, it bleeds over into author advice too. And suddenly there's this unspoken expectation that a real author website has a whole lot of pages filled with content. But here's the thing. Readers coming to your website aren't navigating a business, they're exploring a world. They don't need 12 doors into that world. They need one clear, welcoming path that makes them want to go deeper. More pages doesn't create more connection. Clarity creates connection. And clarity almost always means less, not more. So when I start a new website from scratch, or when I help someone else start from scratch, here are the 4 pages I build first, every time. The home page. This is the front door. Its job is simple. Tell a reader where they are, make them feel like they belong, and show them where to go next. That's it. It's not trying to be everything, it's just trying to orient. The books page. This is usually the heart of your site. It's where readers go to find your work, understand your world, and figure out where to start. If you're writing a series, reading order lives here. If you write standalones, this is your collection. It shouldn't feel like a catalog. It should feel like a library where they can't wait to pull a book off the shelf. It should be easy to browse and easier to buy. The About page. This one surprises people sometimes. They think it's a nice to have, a vanity page, but it's actually doing real trust work. Readers come here when they're already interested and they want to decide if they like you. They aren't looking for a resume, they're looking for a reason to fall in love with your brand. This is where readers go from curious to connected. The Connect page. This is how a reader stays in touch. Your social links, your contact form, your newsletter sign up if you have one. It's the natural next step for a reader who's already decided they want more of you. This is how they keep that connection going without having to come back and search for you again. Those 4 pages, homepage, books, about, connect, that's a complete functional author website. Everything a reader needs to find your work, feel welcomed, and stay connected. If you watched my very first video on this channel, you'll recognize this as the core of the 5-page framework. And that's intentional. We're not building from scratch every time we think about our sites. We're coming back to the same foundation, because that foundation holds. Now, if you're actively building an email list, I'd add one more thing to that foundation, a dedicated newsletter page, or at minimum, a newsletter section somewhere prominent on your site. Your email list is the one piece of marketing you can actually own in your author career. Not your social following, not your Amazon page, your list. And your website is one of the best tools you have for growing it. So if you're in a season where list building is part of your plan, give your newsletter its own space. A simple page that explains what readers get when they sign up and makes it easy to do it. If you're not building a list yet, if that's not where you are right now, that's completely okay. It doesn't need to hold up everything else. Build the 4 core pages first. The newsletter can join when you're ready. Let's talk about the pages you don't need yet. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying these pages are bad or wrong. I'm saying they're often for a different season. A blog. Only worth it if you genuinely want to write one and you have the bandwidth to keep it going. A blog that hasn't been updated in 8 months doesn't help readers. It just creates low-level guilt for you every time you look at it. An events page. Great if you're actively booking signings, appearances, or online events. Not great as a placeholder that says no events scheduled for 6 months. A press kit or media page. This is for when publications and podcasts are reaching out wanting assets. If that's not happening yet, it's not a gap, it's just not time. A shop. If you're selling directly, absolutely. But that's its own project in its own season. Don't add it to the list right now just because you might want it someday. None of these pages are wrong. They're just premature for most authors who are still in the building phase. And a page that isn't ready yet takes more energy to maintain than it gives back. Build the foundation first. Add the rest on as you need them. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Okay, but which of these pages do I actually need for my specific situation? My books, my career, my goals? That's exactly what the first page is for. It's a 60-minute chat where we figure out what your website actually needs. Not in a general sense, but for you, right now, in your current season. No overwhelm, no guessing, just a clear picture of where to start and what to build. There's a link in the description if you want to take a look, but as always, these videos are here for you if you don't. So here's where we are. You know what a website is for, you know when to build one, and now you know what goes on it. The next question, and it's one that can feel intimidating, is where does it actually live? Which platform do you use? How do you choose without spending 3 weeks in a research spiral? That's exactly what we're talking about in the next video. Platform talk, finally, but not in the way you've probably heard it before. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, lovelies. I'm Erin from Kissin Tales, and I'll see you in the next video.